What's going on, Catawba County? Welcome to the heart of Catawba, where community meets conversation. I'm your host, Tyler.
And I'm Laurel. Let's get into it.
This episode is sponsored by Cranford Hospitality, a family-owned business built on good food, hard work, and community. Whether it's a steakhouse night out, a casual barbecue, breakfast with the family, or a drink from their brewery or distillery, everything they do is about bringing people together. We're grateful to be sponsored by a family that puts heart into everything they create.
Welcome to this segment of Voices of the Valley. Today we have Baillie with Warehouse Distillery. We're so happy you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Coming.
We appreciate you coming to hang out.
Yes.
And if y'all, a little side note, if I don't know, you probably know this, but I had Baillie on my last podcast way back. So we appreciate you. You had so much fun the first time you had to come back.
I did. My hands were a little less full the last time.
For sure. Life changes.
Yeah.
I think my hands were a little less full. At that point, I probably just had Jaden.
Yeah, he was pretty little.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe like a year or so.
Yeah.
At that point.
So I was just had my hands full too. And now full circle, they're still full, but a little less full. He gets to run around by himself now.
Yeah, that part, a little more self-sufficient.
Way more self-sufficient. But yeah, we appreciate you coming to hang out with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, where you went to school.
So I came from here. I was born and raised in Conover. I went to Newton Conover High School. After high school, I went to college at the University of South Carolina, so go Gamecocks. And then I moved back home after life brought me back here.
What'd you go to school for again? I forgot.
Well, it depends on the year.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's everybody.
Lots of things.
I had like 5 majors.
Cool.
I ended up graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with an emphasis in hospitality management.
Okay.
As in, I had so many credits, they were like, get out.
Yeah.
Graduate already. You've had too many majors.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I graduated from the hospitality school at South Carolina. So
I feel like that's perfect for where you are now. What of that do you think really set you up for exactly what you're doing now?
I moved home to start a distillery, and I said, oh, thank God I'll never have to work behind a bar again. Only for a couple years later.
Yeah, right.
The laws changed, and now we have a bar. So I guess that kind of set me up for making sure that part of the business was going to run well.
So I don't think I realized that wasn't part of the plan originally.
No,
I had no idea that tavern
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, we didn't ever really, frankly, think that was going to pass and be possible, just because liquor is villainized pretty much in the legislature in North Carolina. So we were a little cynical about the possibility of ever being able to serve liquor by the drink at the distillery. And I just thought, okay, we'll just distill liquor. We'll get it out in the ABC stores. We'll go talk to restaurants and bars, and that's how we'll get people to put it in their drinks, kind of thing. That kind of felt like the only option for me. And then when the brunch bill passed in 2018, that part of that was to allow distilleries to serve liquor by the drink on premise.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that was part of that. That's awesome.
Yeah, the brunch bill did a lot for distilleries. And
awesome.
Everybody was only talking about, we get to have liquor at brunch at 10 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
And it actually did far more for North Carolina distilleries than it did for restaurants. Well,
I'm sure still that hospitality side of going to school still helped you, and you knew that going into just the sale of liquor.
Right, yeah. So I've worked in the alcohol realm basically my entire adult life. In college, to pay bills, I worked at a beer emporium where we had 90 beers on tap and 300 different bottles. And then I got really into the beer world and started bartending the night I turned 21. And then I moved to Charleston, managed a beer garden down there for a little bit. And then I started working in craft cocktail bars and at fine dining restaurants, and ended up working in a bar there for about 2 years, which I loved. And then life brought me back home. And then I started working for a beer distributor. And then I decided to come on full time with my family at the distillery.
Which one did you work for?
For Caffey in Greensboro.
I don't know if I know.
They actually just bought out United Beverage here.
Oh, okay.
So, so they own Carolina Premium in Charlotte, and then they just bought out United here. So,
okay.
Great company. I just couldn't afford to keep commuting to Greensboro. And
from here, that's a drive.
And the opportunity to stay on at the distillery with my family kind of presented itself.
So when did they open the distillery officially?
2018.
And then when did you come on with them?
2016.
Okay, so you were there through the whole process.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was there from the beginning. I just wasn't planning on like staying in Catawba County.
Yeah.
Which, never say never.
Never say never.
I kept saying I will never move back to Catawba County and I will never marry somebody from Catawba County, which I didn't do. Technically, I live in Lincoln County and I married a man from Gaston County. Okay. I'm not sure that's better.
You branched out a little.
Yeah. We always joke that I had to go 2 counties south to find somebody I wasn't related to.
Good old Catawba County.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty incestuous here.
It's a small world here for sure.
I'll tell. We'll go off camera about that part.
Questionable conversation.
I'm not gonna. It's another conspiracy. It's just that, you don't care.
Yeah, we've just known each other for 2 years.
Listen, any of Laurel's conspiracies, they will never blow me away because I feel like I've heard it all at this point. Every time we have a podcast, she has a different rabbit hole that she's like, hey, so you want to know about this?
Oh my gosh. If my girl gang could be in the chat, they'd be like, you remember that one time that she showed us that 4-hour-long documentary?
That's my husband.
I force them to watch a 4-hour-long conspiracy documentary.
I will make one comment about something going on in the world, and he's like, actually. I'm like, oh, here we go. Yep. I just dipped my toe into quicksand, and now I'm going to be stuck here.
But years
nodding
later,
along.
We come around and we're like, oh, shit, they were right.
Yeah, but sometimes for me, it'll be like weeks later, I'm like, hey, remember that one thing you were telling me that I was half listening to? Can you tell me that again?
Can you enlighten me one more time?
I think you might have been right, and I'm sorry I was skeptical.
Yeah. Conspiracy theorists like 10 and 0. We're 10 and 0.
Some of that stuff is just so hard to believe because it's just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
And then you're like, yeah.
And then a couple years down the road, you're like, oh, maybe they weren't crazy.
Yeah. But we were talking about it earlier. I like to be
Tupac's alive.
I like to be this guy. Just,
yeah.
Like, ain't nothing I'm going to do about it. So,
right.
Which ones? There's the red
Me,
pill
I'm the opposite.
And the blue pill.
I get myself so worked up about things that I have no control over.
It's not worth it.
BJ tells me the same thing.
Now you'll know you got way too much time.
I think it's gotten way worse now because now I'm like, oh my god.
Now you have to protect your child from this world. I feel like there's the don't look at it. There's the look at it and worry, and then there's the observe it. Know that there's nothing you can do, but just know that it's good. There. It's good to know.
Right.
Because that's the most protected you'll be. You have knowledge.
Have you listened to Hilary Duff's new album?
It's out?
Yeah. So there's a song on it called Future Tripping, and basically she talks about how, she will get herself worked up in her head about things that haven't happened yet, that she thinks are going to happen, and, that her husband's going to cheat on her because there's, a pretty girl, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
things that have never happened to her and that she just thinks are going to happen because she's damaged. And I'm like, oh, I should take this to my therapist.
Yeah.
Because same.
Yeah.
That's me. I will spiral over things that haven't happened that I think could happen, or possibly, I will worst case scenario every time.
Yeah.
Which helps me, I think, sometimes with, work.
Yeah.
Because with business, I'm, over prepared for bad things to happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't help my sleep.
Personally, it's
or, my anxiety level.
For sure.
But I just have a running notes app that I just, keep
Oh God, my notes
on my
app
phone,
is so bad.
and every time I wake up in the middle of the night and think about something for work, I just add it to the list.
And
it's helped me go back to sleep.
Oh
no, I mean I use it all the time, but it helps at night.
Okay.
When I wake up instead of being just sitting there
I've forgotten
so
many.
I'm gonna forget. I have to lock it in.
Yeah, I've forgotten so many.
Or I have to handle it right now.
Yeah. Or I won't do it.
Right.
For another 5 days.
So if I just put it on my list, then it at some point we'll get done.
That's actually a really good idea. I might have to steal that idea.
Yeah, you can thank my therapist, Hannah.
Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
We appreciate
Shout out to Hannah. Mental health is important.
It is.
Honestly, that's a really good idea because I couldn't even count the amount of times that I've woke up and be like, oh man, I need to do this, or I should be worried about that. And
it's we fear we're not going to be able to go back to sleep after we have that thought, but supersede that and know that you will definitely be able to go back to sleep. Just get it down and then be done.
Well, because my memory's so bad, I'll forget.
Sorry, we're blowing bubbles over
here.
Fine. Just trying to participate in the conversation.
We're having a good time. I wanted to ask you about, and this is halfway personal, but halfway also about your business, what do you have tell me about what kind of fun events you have planned for the summer, especially like market events where you have vendors and shopping and stuff.
So summer, we're still kind of fine tuning. Yeah. So we are planning another like Girls' Day Market Wellness and Cocktails event in June.
Okay.
We also have comedy night coming back in April.
Yes.
We just released the tickets for that.
That looked full. I saw a photo. It looked packed out in there.
Oversold tickets and had to like scrounge up chairs and tables at the last minute.
That's awesome.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have. But we had like so many people call that day that couldn't get in because we did not have any extra.
Had to turn people away.
Seats. Yeah. So they decided to come back. It's a whole new slew of comedians. Same host, 2 new comedians. And that's April 11th. I don't know that we have that budget. But the guys last time were like really funny. I was pleasantly surprised. And so they've started producing this event for us. We're going to do like one a quarter with...
Are they from around here?
A couple of them are from Charlotte.
Okay.
And then some of them travel through. So it'll be kind of like as it happens.
Yeah.
The guy who's headlining the one in April was voted like North Carolina's funniest.
Okay.
At some point, and then the guy who's opening for him, like the featuring comedian, he is what was it? He does the Roast Wars.
Okay.
Like the YouTube series Roast Wars stuff.
Yeah.
So his name's Mike Bird. And then the headliner's Justin Scranton. And the tickets are $20 in advance, so nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input. And
she said, y'all come out and hear the comedians.
yeah, she's like, they're really funny. I was there last time. But yeah, $20 in advance. You can get the tickets through our social media or on our website. We also have, like, in the distillery, we have, like, posters with a QR code, so you can scan that. It'll take you right to buying tickets.
Okay.
Cool. And then Cousin's Maine Lobster is the food truck that night. So
oh, nice.
yeah.
Nice.
And they
They're so
actually
good.
just reached out to us. They want to be there once a month, all day long on a Saturday. So we have them there once a month on a Saturday through October now.
That's awesome.
Which
Heck
is pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah. They bring a huge crowd, which is great for us, and then we have food, which is
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
fantastic for our guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sold out a lot too. I'm not really sure like what happened in the last year, but I feel like people are starting to know that we're there, and so they're starting to show up a lot more for events like that. We're also bringing in dueling pianos in May.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be really
So they're
cool.
coming out of Charlotte to do a dueling piano show, like ticketed event. So we'll close to the public, and just anybody who bought tickets can come in and for those kinds of events. And oh gosh,
So that's April, May, June.
Yes,
And then you're probably still working through July and August.
right. And it gets so slow around here in July and August because everybody, I feel like, goes and gets those last minute beach
trips. Yeah.
Oh, for
You
sure.
want to talk to us? Yeah. You want to help?
Thank you.
Yay.
That's very nice.
She just wants to be involved.
She wants to be involved, and she really isn't. We're in like a let me hold all the shiny jewelry.
Oh, necklace. Yes. All the things.
Also, if you don't want your hair on your head, I'll gladly jerk it off. We're in that phase, so yeah.
Yeah.
And she's starting to get like a little bit clingy, I think. So
Yeah, she needs your attention.
yeah. Well, she gets it
Like,
all
you're
the time.
not talking to me enough.
Right. I was telling.
Typical girl.
She's like, tell me I'm cute.
Hello? I'm here.
Hi. Sometimes she'll be in her like jumper in my office, and I'll be like doing stuff on my computer, and all of a sudden she'll just scream bloody murder, and then I'll turn around and she'll go,
Got you.
Just got to make sure that you're still there.
Okay,
You paying attention?
She's like, just making sure.
Just serving a little attitude.
yeah.
Just so
and I
you
don't know, like sometimes her excited scream sounds like her panicked scream.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a parent, you're gonna
whip it around
You're like,
either
what is
way.
going on?
Yeah.
And then you turn around and they're like, gotcha.
That's hilarious.
And she thinks it's very funny.
Babies are so sneaky.
Yeah. She thinks it's so funny.
So tell me about what you see the next, I know this is like a classic Tyler question, what you see the next 5 years looking like.
That is a classic Tyler
Gosh.
question.
I feel like I wish I had like a vision for it, but every time I think I have like it all planned out, it never goes according to plan.
Right.
I feel like at this point in my life, I've just kind of started to like let go and like
Submit.
let it lead you the way it's gonna go instead of trying to like hold on so tight.
That's actually brilliant advice.
I am a highly anxious individual, so I think for me it's kind of like a way to like help me calm down.
Yeah.
Also, just this business is constantly changing. Like the laws are changing, the regulations are changing. What we can do and the capabilities in this business since we've started have completely changed from where we thought we'd be now. So it's just easier for me to say, okay, kind of take it as it comes and go from there. For instance, like we just started a mobile bartending business as a part of the distillery where we have like a wet bar service, so we can bring all your liquor, all your beer, all your wine. It's kind of like a one-stop shop with our mobile cocktail trailer. And those are things that we never would have thought in a million years would have been possible. And
Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl. And here we are. We're doing that. And
because y'all went to the state fair last year, right?
Yeah, we did. We can go to the state fair now. So we do that every year, and we sell cocktails for a couple of days down there, which, like, who would have thought that the North Carolina State Fair would be like, let's bring in distilleries and sell liquor drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's awesome.
It's fantastic. It's great for us. We make a decent amount of money. The Distillers Association makes some money to help keep that running.
Yeah.
Which is helpful when you have a nonprofit to bring some money in. And then the state fair makes money, and they're happy. So
yeah.
I don't think they realized how much money they were going to be making until the last 2 years, and now they're like, okay, yeah, what else do you guys need to make this work?
People do like cocktails.
Yeah, people do like craft spirits. This is crazy.
Yeah. Who knew they would want that in this environment?
Yeah, I do feel like craft cocktails are really starting to come around in this area, like in, metropolitan areas. For years that's been a pretty popular trend.
Yeah.
But I think in like more rural areas like Catawba County, that it's really starting to like take off. And okay. She doesn't agree. She can't drink yet.
Yeah.
But I think it's really starting to take off here in a way that is helpful for anyone in the craft cocktail space, where people are starting to look more for those like fancier, more high-end, more well-balanced drinks instead of just like your classic like mixed beverage at a bar. They're not quite as looking for like whiskey and Coke. I mean, you still get those people, but you get a lot more people that I think are trying to be more adventurous.
Yeah, they're willing to expand and try different recommendations and stuff.
Which I'm super grateful for personally.
Yeah.
I've always loved craft cocktails. I mean, that was like my specialty. In the bars I worked in, and I got to work with some really talented bartenders in Charleston when I was living down there that taught me a lot, that I learned a lot from, that I was able to bring back to our cocktail program here. And one of my favorite compliments is, you guys have the best cocktails. That's like one of my favorite compliments, because I work really hard. And, one of my bartenders, he's helped a lot develop our cocktail program in the last year, and he works really hard at it. And
Ben?
Yes, Ben. And he teaches our cocktail classes. We have another one of those coming up in April. And he works like, he does so much research. He has a full-time job in like tech and, just bartends on the side because he likes craft cocktails fun. And enjoys it. And And we give him the space to be kind of creative. Like on our new spring menu, he came up with a cocktail that the garnish is yuzu caviar, which like never in a million years would I have been like, I'm going to serve fruit-based caviar on a spoon with a cocktail in a distillery in Newton, North Carolina. But here we are, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
And it helps me out a lot now that my hands are a little more full than they have been in previous years, to have somebody like Ben on staff.
To be creative.
Right. And really in general,
off.
we have a great staff across the board. I'm very grateful. They held down the fort the whole time I was out on maternity leave, and have been able to still do so while I'm at home with her. And, and it's been such a relief to have
it's a solid
quality
team.
People.
I mean, I love to watch them when we did the Beauty of Giving event there last year. Watching them move like together, like really was like.
And one of my bartenders lost like half her pinky that night.
I remember.
And you would have never known. She just kept going.
No,
we ended up at the emergency room with her that night. I was like, Savannah, you had to tell me that this is this bad. And she was like, I was okay. I was like, no, you're not.
Yes, no,
and she just kept working the whole night.
Yeah, no, you would not have even been able to tell. They all move so perfectly together.
Yeah, they do. They work really well together, and they're all like kind of become friends, which I think is really nice. Like being a family business, one thing I feel like, other than, actually being part of the family, which good for them that they're not, because that comes with a lot of other strings, but they do feel like family in a lot of ways. Which is cool. I think being in a small business, like we only have, 7 employees and part-time employees and then the family. And so like when we had our Christmas party, it felt like we were just like sitting down with family at dinner.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, that is. And it really does give people, like you said, it gives people the space to be who they want to be.
Right. And they
the
all
pressure.
have different like strengths and capabilities that they're all like very... They know that about each other and themselves, and I think that kind of makes them move in a little bit more of like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. And
sometimes I got to pour a little more oil on the hinges.
For sure.
Yeah, but knowing that is like an awesome leadership quality too, because knowing that gives you the ability.
They probably
to put
think I'm a
them in the
micromanager, which I do have
fine.
the tendency to.
You have to be sometimes, but I mean, you got to put
I'm
them where they're
incredibly
strong.
particular. Like consistency
Specific.
Yeah. Well, when I always say when they're like not mad at me, they say particular. When I'm annoying them, I'm anal retentive.
Okay.
Because I am very
detail oriented.
Yes. So like everything has to have the same garnish. All cocktails are measured. So no matter who makes it, it tastes the same. That's really important to me. And it seems so small, but for me that translates in terms of like, in terms of guest experience, because I want to make sure that even if you don't see the same people behind the bar that you did the last time you were there, that you're getting the same service and the same quality of cocktail that you would get if anyone else was there or that you did the last time. I think that brings people back more often than, if you go somewhere and you have a really good cocktail and then the next time you go, you try to order that same thing and it's not great, you're going to be a little more hesitant to go back there a third time.
Right.
So for me, like being consistent, having excellent presentation, good customer service, like talking to your guests, getting to know them, making them feel at home in the space that they're in. Obviously when you have the time to do that, I don't expect you to do that when we're balls to the walls, 75 people deep in a tiny bar. But I have, they're pretty good at doing that. And like I had one of my bartenders text me the other night and he was like, these customers are here and they just wanted me to tell you that they said, hey, and like, and then she ended up messaging me on social media and she was like, I just want you to know Hunter took really good care of us tonight. And so those kinds of things make me really proud of my staff and really grateful for what we've built and grateful for the ability for me to have been at home for bedtime.
Because you could sit there and just breathe peacefully because it's handled.
I know it's under control.
Yeah.
And they all take on more responsibility than a traditional bartending job sometimes. Yeah, they do. I know you love all of them very much. She does. She gets very excited to see the bartenders when they come in. It's really cute.
They're family.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm really grateful for them. My parents have stepped up a lot as well in the last year, really 2 years with my health struggles and having her. And so that's been really helpful. Dad actually knows how to like pour a beer and a glass of wine now and serve it to people. I'm not sure that he's like caught up on ringing it in on the POS, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
That'll come.
There.
Yeah. I mean, my mom's like fully whipping up cocktails these days, just rocking it like,
queen.
Yeah, I know. She's killing it. Which is really, really, really helpful. Yeah. And also like when I'm busy, I've got them to say like,
they can problem solve.
I need to go do this. Can somebody grab the baby for a second? And that's really nice to have extra hands. Even some of my bartenders, I've had to like run out and meet vendors and, I've just been like, can you hold her for a second?
Yeah.
Like, so sorry, not part of your job description, but here's a baby. Hold on to her for a second. Yeah, I think we're headed in the right direction. I think, every day it kind of.
She's so funny. She's just figured that out.
Oh,
her bubbles in.
Yeah, her favorite thing to do is like she'll be staring at you and she'll just go.
I'm
like
having
smack
a good time.
at you. She thinks it's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Also, can we talk about how they're matching today?
I know. I was going to say the same thing,
okay,
but
not intentional, and usually it would be intentional, but between like the storm this morning and the dog underfoot, I had laid out my outfit and kind of forgot what I'd laid out for myself, and then I like went to get her dressed and just grabbed the first thing off the hamper of clean clothes, and then I got dressed and I went to put her in the car seat, and as I was carrying her there, I was like, well, this is going to look like planned it, but oh well.
Good.
It's cute. It's cute.
It's a vibe.
Are we smacking?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
She's like, actually, here's what I have to offer to the conversation.
Thank you. We're so happy that you're adding to the podcast today. You've got a lovely voice. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. Very good. Very good things.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any favorite quotes, words of advice, entrepreneurial spirit? Now that I've put you on the spot.
I don't know. I don't know that I have a lot of like advice to give to somebody, because I feel like, to be honest, I've worked really hard at this business, but I have a lot of it because of my parents. I didn't fork out the cash to start the business. I've put in the hours, I've put in the work, but a lot of the, like, I don't want somebody to think that I'm sitting here like, oh, I came up from my bootstraps and started this business from scratch, when that's not the case. I think I have good work ethic. I think I've helped develop the business to what it is today, but I also didn't do it alone.
Yeah, brand building, for sure.
Right.
Family brand building.
Right. So, my parents put the seed money into the business to get it started, and continue to do so as we grow, and the business doesn't hold any debt right now, which is fantastic.
That's A1.
I'm sure we'll find a way to take out some more money and spend it on something at some point. But yeah, I think for me, a piece of advice I would have to give people is just like, give yourself some grace. Because I think a lot of people are really hard on themselves, or they think that they're not going to be able to do it. For instance, like, I second guess myself a lot as to what I'm capable of, because I'm worried about what other people think I'm capable of. Like the image of, my parents paying for me to start a business. I'm incredibly grateful for that. I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. I'm also not blind to the fact that a lot of other people don't deem that as success. And that's understandable, I think, because I didn't fork out the cash. I didn't have the cash. I was 23 when I moved back to start this business. All I had was debt. Still have it. And I just...
But that doesn't negate the maintenance of the business, and how you have grown it so much.
Right.
With your knowledge and experience. And it takes generations, because like they had to build the brick and mortar piece of that, and like what it was before, for what's working now to have been successful. So all of that.
Right. And I learned a lot from them with the business they started in the 90s, which is, gave me the life that I had growing up. Watching how hard they worked, that's something that just kind of sticks with you, I think. And that especially my mom would always find time for us, even if dad had to stay on and work, like she would make sure she was there for the extracurriculars, and them having that freedom has made me want to work hard for her to say, okay, when she is in school, I can make it to the plays, I can make it to the after school activities. If she's sick, I can go pick her up. So working for yourself, I think that drive, it comes naturally to me because of how I grew up watching my parents work, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm proud of myself for how hard I have worked over the last 10 years to get the business to where it is today. I don't want anybody to think I did it by myself. So like, if you're trying to do something on your own, be kind to yourself, because that's really hard. It's hard enough when you're doing it with business partners, with financial backing, with the support of your family and friends. It's hard enough. So if you're trying to do something on your own, like, props to you. Keep at it. It is not an overnight thing.
Will never be an overnight thing. It will never be
an overnight thing. My whole thing is that I hope the distillery is like a 15-year overnight success. And I think just be nice to yourself on your journey, because there are some days that I feel like I am dropping every ball, and I have to go back at the end of the day and be like, you know what? I kept a kid alive. I kept myself alive. There's gas in my car. I have a roof.
At least one thing off of my notepad.
Right. I got one thing off my to-do list, even though I added 14 other things to it. And I think you just kind of have to take it day by day and give yourself grace and kindness as you go along. And also setting healthy boundaries with yourself. Like, you cannot work yourself into the ground and think that that's going to make you successful. You have to still have your friends. You have to still have a life. You have to still have, like, time to do things that you enjoy that feed your soul, because you can't pour out of an empty cup.
Personal time.
Right. So if you enjoy reading, like that's one thing that I really love to do. So finding time to like sit down with a book, even if it's 30 minutes in a week, that helps me fill my cup back up. If you like to exercise, like I really enjoy exercising, you know, finding time to do things that make you happy outside of pursuing your dream.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even if it's not your dream, pursuing a business, pursuing success, I think you have to make sure that you're not pouring from an empty cup, because that will deplete you far faster than you think.
And your body will make you. Your body will force you.
Right.
If you don't rest, your body will force you to rest.
Yeah, I think societally too, there's that like hustle culture.
Yeah.
And people think that that means like no sleep. I'm hoping to see like future generations find a way to kind of dial that back. I think as millennials, like we've put a lot of pressure on ourselves from going to pursue higher education or trying to pursue our own business in the way that the economy is set up right now is really difficult.
Yeah, it's really not conducive for
so
anybody
I'm
to
hoping
thrive.
the newer generations of entrepreneurs will find a way to make sure that they're not making themselves sick.
Depleted.
Yeah. Because your success is never going to feel successful if you're
Exhausted.
exhausted.
You can't enjoy it.
You're
Too
never going to
tired
be able to enjoy
it.
it. And also, like, if you've alienated yourself from anyone in your life and relationships, there's going to be no one to share the joy with when you get there. So it's better for the road to be a little longer and have people there with you along the way than it is to make it there quickly and realize no one's in the car.
Yeah. Now you're there by yourself.
Yeah.
Wise words. We agree.
Yeah, we like that one for sure.
Very wise words. What other things do you have for us?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. You put me on the spot.
I know. Anything else that you want to say to us or to say to the viewers?
Or for us to know about Warehouse?
Yeah, anything that you just...
Or your parents? Or your beautiful family or your dogs?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Dogs are always welcome at the distillery.
Yes.
Mine are there probably too much. We love dogs at Warehouse Distillery. And babies.
Yes, dogs and babies.
Dogs and babies.
Always welcome.
Especially as long as your kids don't try to destroy anything, preferably, or themselves, because it is lots of hard surfaces.
Yeah.
Yes. Corner.
Yeah, corner. It always makes me panic, like the sharp tables and the concrete floors. Like there will be a kid that just like takes off running, and I'm like, oh, what if they trip? Oh,
Yeah.
Not my kid. Yeah, I don't know. Come see us. Come enjoy some cocktails. I appreciate what you guys are doing too. Like just being able to highlight small businesses like this and give viewership to people who wouldn't have usually known about us.
Yeah.
For instance, like being in Newton, we're not downtown. A lot of people still don't know about us. So you guys being able to like have me on and let me talk about it is really great. I'm really thankful for that.
And for people who don't know where you are, describe where you're located.
Oh, okay. Do you know where the Bojangles is?
That's me. I'm
That
in
is
reference to the food.
Yeah.
The Bojangles Cookout.
Right.
That's the main
Business,
point
right.
of
21.
Conover.
Yeah, so if you turn at the Bojangles, like you're going to Newton or going towards the courthouse, we're about half a mile down the road on the left, across from the John Deere dealership next to the Asian market.
Yes.
Up the hill.
Good landmarks.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
Up on the hill, copper siding, done by the copper siding guy.
If you're in my parents' generation, we're next to where Dixie Boat Works used to be. If you're in our generation, next to Fantastic Finds.
Yep.
Yes. Phoebe would love if everyone came to visit and have a cocktail to help pay for her college one day.
Yay, Phoebe.
For
Or
sure.
whatever she decides to do.
We support you.
Tech school, whatever that
you
is.
want. The trades.
Yeah, whatever she wants to do.
She could be a baddie welder.
Honestly,
we're gonna support it.
I'm kind of like, you do you, girl.
Yeah. Anything goes.
yeah.
She's gonna be cool no matter what because she's got supportive family.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah. I can already tell you're gonna be cool.
I always tell my husband, I'm like, I just hope she doesn't peak in high school.
Like
That's
one of those
funny.
girls.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'd rather our kids be like losers a little bit because I feel like they work harder, not necessarily to like prove something, but I think they don't feel like they have as much to prove.
Yeah.
So they're like, I'm just doing this for me,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, the fact that you have that mentality, you're going to be able to raise her with that.
Yeah, until
same
she's like
mentality.
15 and she tells me I'm ruining her life.
Yep.
And
Well,
Now
slams the
that
door.
day
makes me
will
cry.
come.
I know, yeah. It came for my parents with me, so I know what I'm getting myself into here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're right.
We're
That
on
day
your
will
team.
never come.
We're on your team. You're gonna be the
you know
bestest
what?
girl.
Yeah, you're just going to be the sweetest and the nicest and the funniest girl.
Yes.
And you're sleepy. Yeah, you're a little sleepy.
Is it nap time?
Probably. Well, we have not been enjoying our naps here recently, so we're doing like 30-minute naps and then
intermittent napping. We love
it's
that.
so fun.
Do you get to nap with her today too?
No, say Mama has to do laundry and send some emails.
No. Work.
Yeah.
I've run out of
sure.
questions today. I'm struggling with my questions.
Don't be struggling.
Usually
I
I'm better.
feel like I usually have a lot more to talk about with the business.
I know, I'm trying to think what questions I've missed about your business. There's like, we talked about events, we talked about your location, socials, we talked about Pearl, we talked about the state fair. You guys are in, we didn't talk much about how your products are in liquor stores.
We didn't.
Have you done any other releases or anything?
No, but we will have some coming up this year.
Yeah, there you go.
So we will be releasing a single barrel later this year, probably September.
Okay.
It'll be an 11-year-old barrel for our 11th anniversary. It's the very first batch of bourbon that Dad and I ever distilled together.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So we'll be releasing that in September probably, and then hopefully soon we'll be working on gin,
Oh, nice.
and then gin will come hopefully in the next year.
And you know, I remembered the only gin drink that I've tried that I liked was there. You made me try a gin drink. I don't know what it was,
yeah,
but I was like, I
probably.
don't
I
like
love
gin. And you were like, no, but you're gonna like this. And I'm like, but I don't like gin. You're like, no, but
I can
it's
be
a
a little
cocktail.
stubborn.
But I did like it.
Yeah,
I did.
I'm not the biggest
I wouldn't
gin
have
fan
ordered
either.
it,
Right.
but I did like it.
Yeah. Well, most people, I
surprised
feel
me.
like a lot of people with gin, they think like London dry style gin. They think, oh, that's
Pine
gross.
needles.
It tastes like pine trees.
Yep, pine sol.
Right.
needles.
And gin can be a lot of things. Like there
Yeah.
really isn't any like set rules or boundaries as to how you have to make gin outside of using a neutral grain spirit and juniper. It doesn't tell you how much juniper. It doesn't tell you what else you can or can't add to it. You know, so there's a lot of different flavors and directions you could go with a gin. For instance, a lot of like new American contemporary gins are more like citrus forward. So you get like really bright like lemon, orange, grapefruit type flavors that pair really well in like summer and spring style cocktails.
So that bit right there of knowledge that you have, I feel like I would pay to go to a class to like learn about that kind of thing and have like a visual chart or something
Yeah.
that says like this pairs with this and this pairs with this, kind of like the cocktail classes that y'all are doing, but you got some like deep knowledge on that.
Yeah, we're hoping eventually to get back to like having tours open when I have a little bit more time for that. And also the ability to train someone else to do those things
Yeah.
because my favorite place to be is in my lab. Like
Yeah.
just playing around with stuff when I have the time to do that. That's where I'd prefer to be, but I get stuck doing a lot of the like marketing and
Yeah.
of running the business.
Well, maybe that's
side
the
of
direction
things.
of your TikTok, as you just come on in little bits and say
Right.
that, like, here's something that you can pair with, like you're in your lab and that's your content.
Yeah.
That'd be good. For
It just like
Warehouse.
if you like saw it, it's kind of boring. Like to other people, it's really boring, but like the research side of it to me is so fun because it's like a puzzle.
Oh, I geek
I feel,
out about
I feel
that.
like you would get a lot more
I
hits
geek out.
than
Yeah.
you really think about.
Yeah.
I think I'm like boring.
No, no, you're not. No, that I just like locked in when you were talking about that
Yeah,
because
for
I just
sure.
wanted to know. I think there's more curious people about the science than you realize.
Yeah, we're Warehouse Distillery on Instagram and Facebook. We're working on a TikTok at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, we're gonna do a TikTok. Yeah,
Yes. One social media at a time.
one at a time. Yeah, that part. And I feel like I'm a little TikTok like, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the
Or
word?
to doom scroll. Are you
No,
talking-
no,
what are you
I'm
saying?
just like illiterate. when it
Oh.
comes to
Overwhelmed?
TikTok. Like I can make just like a video, but if I need to like edit something,
It's not too bad.
I'm sure I'd figure it out if I like sat down and took the time.
It's just a matter of one button, I think, for the editing part. All the editing I do for TikToks, I do inside of TikTok anyway. So it's really just like the third option from the top on the right where it looks like it's like the screen bar.
No, yeah, I've seen that. But it's like I can't ever get it to, it's like I have fat fingers or something. And then I just get frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll figure out the quirks, but everything that you need really for editing is in that screen.
Right. And I have a personal TikTok, so I haven't figured out how to like add.
Just go to CapCut.
I do use CapCut for Instagram Reels.
Oh, good. Then if you use that, then just do that and upload it to TikTok so you don't have to think too much about it.
Yeah, I don't go in the TikTok editing.
I'm the opposite. Yeah, you either edit in CapCut and upload, or you edit inside of TikTok and then let it save and then use it into...
Because I'm the same way. I can zoom in as much on CapCut and cut it at the exact point I need it to.
Right.
Versus...
I do that inside of TikTok.
It's too small.
It's just different. Everybody likes it differently.
It's the same screen.
Exactly.
What, is TikTok?
Well, you're doing it on the same phone screen. What do you mean it's too small?
No, I do it on my computer.
Oh, yeah. I think you can edit TikTok on your computer.
I have way more ability to edit.
I'm more comfortable with TikTok.
So
yeah, but if you're more comfortable with CapCut,
at TikTok with your store too.
Thank you.
And I haven't barely figured out TikTok.
I've dropped the ball for sure.
One of my favorite sayings is that, like, in life, everything that you're obligated to is a ball. Some are rubber and some are glass.
Where did I just hear that?
I have no clue.
It's like a Chinese proverb. I
heard that this week.
Yeah, and so, like, it's okay to drop some things, but, like, other things are glass, and, like, those are the ones that you have to hold on to. Yeah, rubber will bounce back. So, like, when it comes to life, like, your kids, your family, your parents are glass, you know. Your business, the social media, they're rubber. They'll come back.
Yeah.
It might take them a little while, but,
you can drop the ball.
They will survive a drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We'll definitely drop all your socials down in the description.
Yeah.
Links.
So yeah, we'll definitely, y'all make sure you go support, go stop by, go say hello. And yeah, make sure you go or follow all of her pages. And for our final part of the podcast, we always like to shout out our Patreon community. We are still growing that. But if you're interested in supporting us for $5 a month, you can get all of our videos early. For $10 a month, you can participate in our Voices of the Valley segment and ask any of our guests some questions. We have a bunch of bloopers, behind the scenes content, just everything that doesn't make it into the final cut goes to the Patreon. I'm working on making a big video of all of the funny stuff and all of the extras that we have that are not part of the final product. But then we have that. And then for $20 a month, we'll give you a shout out. Drop your handle in the chat, whatever we got to do to, shine some light on you for supporting us.
Yeah, that's like a lowest tier sponsorship opportunity for you guys. And you also get first access. So you get to see these videos before anybody else. And if you're like me and you have like zero attention span and you lose it after an ad, Patreon's definitely for you.
For sure. Yeah, no ads, no nothing like that. You get the full not scripted, but the full video.
Uncensored.
Yeah, uncensored for sure. And then, like I said, the funny stuff, the behind the scenes content, bloopers, all of that good stuff. We actually have our first video that we ever made in there as well.
Oh, Lord.
That never made it to YouTube. So if you're interested in watching our awful first attempt at our podcast, that's definitely a good one.
That's how we learned how not to do this.
Yeah.
That was the attempt at scripted when we quickly realized that was not for us.
Yeah, we learned what we didn't want to do and what we did not want to send out for you guys.
Yes. And also stay tuned. We'll have some announcements about a really cool fall event that we are putting together. We're not going to give too much away, but we do have a big meeting tomorrow. Tyler's going to go and represent us and meet with someone about a really cool venue space for a fall event.
That'll be like 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, I met with 3 or 4 weeks ago, I met with a cool, because this won't come out for a little bit.
At the time of this video.
Hopefully, at the time of this video,
we'll be announcing
what's going on.
Dropping posters.
For sure.
Cool.
All right,
Thank you guys.
We appreciate y'all watching this video. We will see y'all soon.
See ya.
Peace.